Hey guys, Karina Gardner here, and today we're going to talk about shape building. I'm going to show you two of my favorite quick shapes to build to make sure they're aligned perfectly and everything is really easy with them, and hopefully it gives you some ideas for building your own shapes in whatever you're designing. Okay, so let's get started. I have an Illustrator page opened here. It doesn't matter what your artboard is doing, so just as long as you have an artboard open. And we're going to start with a square. So come over to your rectangle tool, hold down your shift key because we have to hold down our shift key if we're going to get a square, and go ahead and just make any size square. It doesn't even matter what size. Okay, so mine is white with a black stroke. So we're going to come over and we're just going to swap that fill and stroke for the sake of being able to see the shape that we're creating. And I'm going to take that stroke and I'm going to push the none. Make sure your stroke is sitting on the front. Push that none. Now we just have a nice black filled square. So from here, we're going to copy this square because we're going to use it twice. So let's edit, copy, edit, paste, and just come over to your selection tool, and we're just going to move it over here to the side for the moment. Okay, one of my favorite shapes that I use all the time is just where there's like a notch out of a square or rectangle. It just makes a really cute frame. So what we're going to do is select off of this, and you can see here's our square, and we're going to come over to our rectangle tool, and we're going to hold down and get our ellipse. I was going to say rounded rectangle, but no, we want our ellipse tool. And we're going to hold down our shift key to create a circle. And you can see I just made a random size circle. I do want to see what's going on here though. So I'm going to double click on the fill and choose any color. You can even choose white if you want it on the background so you don't see it at all. And I'm going to choose my selection tool and take a look at that. And you can see that has a beautiful notch in it. Okay, so we're going to copy this circle 3 more times. So select it, do an edit, copy, edit, paste, bring it somewhere over here, edit, paste, bring it into the other corner, and edit, paste. So you're basically putting them in the corners. Now, one of the problems is you can see it's all off kilter, right? We want it to be perfectly square. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these 4 pieces all squared up, and then we're going to align it with the square in the back. So select 2 of your circles. I'm choosing the, well, it's my left side. I don't know, it's probably your right side. Left side right here. And you're going to grab both of those, go to your window, align, and I want you to left align them, okay? And then you're going to select your top 2 and you're going to top align them. And then I'm going to take these 2 and I'm going to right align them. And then with this bottom one, you can see this one's way further down. It's probably going to be best to bottom align them. So I'm just going to bottom align these 2. It doesn't actually really matter. I'm just making sure all of these are equal distances apart basically, right? And if you want to make sure they really are perfect, you could group 2 together, but this actually should serve the purpose. We should have gotten everything. So now what you're going to do is hold down your shift key, select everything, and then keep holding onto your shift key and select off of the center back. Okay, so we don't want that square in the selection. We just want those circles. So once you've selected just the circles, you're going to group them. So go to Object, Group, awesome. And now we're going to select everything and we're going to align it. So make sure your align window is up and we're going to horizontally align it to the center and vertically align it to the center. By doing that, we've made these 4 circles perfectly align on this square. Okay, if you select this whole thing now, all you have to do is trim it away. So you need the Pathfinder for that. Mine's actually up, but if yours isn't, go to Window and go to Pathfinder. There it is. And you're going to take your trim, which is under your Pathfinder icon, and you're going to, it's 2 over, it's called trim. It should just come up as trim, and you're going to trim it. And then you're going to do an object, ungroup. And now if you select off of it, if you grab just this, you can see you have a lovely little frame right here, and you can do so many things with that, and it's perfectly aligned. Okay, so awesome. The second shape I want to show you is what you can do if you have a square or a rectangle to work with. Things that will make it really cool. And of course you can get really complex with this, but we're going to keep it as simple as possible. So we're going to select this whole thing and we're going to go to Effect, Warp, Arc, and I do want to create something that's symmetrical. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use the bulge, okay? And I want to show you that by using the bulge, bulge, I can't talk today, you're going to create this really symmetrical top and bottom piece. And that was pretty easy, right? Push OK. And once you get it to this position, you do probably want to go ahead and change it, like expand it all together. I'm not going to do that because what I wanted to show you is by using that same effect on something like this, you can do some really cool things. So we're going to copy this, shape right here and do an edit, copy, edit, paste, bring it down. Let's go to Effect, Warp, and we're going to just go ahead and choose bulge, and you can see that it's already doing some wonderful things for me. So you can change the entire piece, you can bring it in a little bit, and if you wanted to do it the other way, or just, I mean, see, this I don't like because we're not going to really use a shape like that unless it's in some kind of illustration. So I push OK, and then let's go ahead and do an object, expand appearance, and we might have to do that twice. Here we go, there we go. Now if I hold down my shift key and I rotate that around, that looks like one of the shapes I use in one of my scrapbooking kits or in a fabric line or whatever I'm drawing for. But you can see how simple that was to kind of make a change really, really quickly, okay? So make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more tutorials, because I put one up every single week that shows you cool stuff in Illustrator. The other thing I would suggest you do is go over and take my free course. I have a free Intro to Illustrator course on my website. It's just 3 lessons to get you introduced into Illustrator, and that will really help you kind of get started in this amazing program. Thanks, you guys. See you later.